For whatever reason, the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, was actually the first of the Santa Claus films that I saw. And maybe that plays a part in this, but I do think that it is actually my favourite of the Santa Claus films. I think it's the most well edited, the most well put together, and I think the narrative is the most well developed as well. So this one was released in 2006, which is ludicrous. It doesn't feel that long ago. And directed by Michael Lembeck, and stars, of course, Tim Allen as Santa, or Scott Calvin. And I'm not going to spoil anything for this particular film, but it may give you spoilers for the previous Santa Claus films, so just a heads up in case you haven't seen it. We have a really great supporting cast here. Liliana Mumy's in it, and she's absolutely brilliant. Martin Short, Abigail Breslin, who I'm a big fan of, Peter Boyle. Honestly, really, really, really fabulous film. So the description from IMDb is as follows. Santa, aka Scott Calvin, is faced with double duty. How to keep his new family happy, and how to stop Jack Frost from taking over Christmas. Seems like Santa's got a lot on his plate, particularly when there are boys and girls who need their toys, and it's a pretty chaotic time of year. I really like it. I like it a lot. Santa as a family man is quintessential, I think. Having a character of Santa in a film who perhaps doesn't have a Mrs. Claus and doesn't have children just doesn't necessarily feel traditional to me. And I do, when it comes to Santa Claus films, like them to be as traditional as possible, with the North Pole and the larger stomach and the big white beard. I prefer that traditional aspect, and that's definitely what we get here, and also with the other Santa Claus films. So the family aspect is something that I really enjoyed. With regards to Jack Frost, it's so frosty. He's so icy. I love him. He's played by Martin Short, and honestly, the costume and makeup for Jack Frost is amazing. He looks frosted. He looks like he's come right out of the late 90s, early noughties, and just frosted tipped his hair, but then frost tipped his entire body. He looks absolutely brilliant. And obviously he features on the marketing, on the poster artwork for this one. And it's so eye-catching, and I think it's so well done, and they've done such a brilliant job with his character. In terms of the character's involvement with Santa Claus and the way Santa interacts with him, we do have a kind of good versus evil here, and it brings out a lot in Santa. We get some really interesting character development, and even though Santa's in some difficult situations, I feel like he always remains jolly enough that young children watching this won't have their view of Santa warped. They're still going to be able to watch this thinking of him as this jolly, large guy, but one who is also very much human and has real problems. I can't fault it. I mean, I really can't. In terms of it being festive, I absolutely love it. It's full of magic and Christmas merriment. And because of Jack Frost, when the scenes are, when it's darker and there are big problems for Santa, it's not dark in the sense that it gets rid of Christmas. It's icy. It's snowy. It's a winter wonderland. A slightly intimidating one, but it's visually absolutely beautiful. And I think that's probably why it's my favourite of the three Santa Claus, of these Santa Claus films. And it's the one that I will watch frequently. I love it. It's brilliant. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I would say watch the ones that come before it. I just feel like it's probably the better way to do it. But if you haven't seen the other ones and you have access to this one first, then I think it's pretty safe to watch it. I don't think anybody's really watching these for the gripping character development of Santa Claus. We're here to get in the Christmas spirit, and this one will absolutely fulfill that criteria. It's brilliant fun, it's magical, very well acted. Definitely one of my favourite interpretations of Santa. Santa Claus 3 is pretty perfect.